Was another amazing day for traders utilizing data, statistics and probabilities into trading. Let's quickly recap how did probability map indicators played out today. Let's start with the Asia session. So for Asia session, the indicators printed out the probabilities at 8 p.m. So at 8 p.m. you've seen that you've got 60% of sweep in the high first rather than 29% of sweep in the low first. So once we dropped lower, once we swept the liquidity, reacting of the fair value gap, inverting fair value gap, we are clearly going for the more probable high, and that's exactly what happened. So if you are trading Asia, that could be a win. Then another one is London. In London, actually, I was trading actively and I took this trade as we had 76.5% of sweep in the high first. So that's where I entered, and that was my TP, which is more probable high. Then we had a silver bullet in London, but I haven't seen any trades. We've smashed the more probable high, but there was no trade entry. Then it was an amazing session during New York. Once we open up in New York at 8 a.m. we've seen that we've got 77% of sweep in the high first. So I was focusing on longs and longs only. So I've seen that we swept those those lows and we inverted the fair value gap. So I entered my long in here, but I allowed my stop loss just in case if you want to sweep those lows as well. And I was quite convinced that we are going to revisit the highs first, London high, as we had 77% to do so, and this is quite big data sample. This scenario happened 396 times in the last 10 years of built-in data. So that was my trade. Entries here. Then what happened? Then we had a silver bullet in AM session. Actually, there was no trade entry. We went for the more probable low, but I couldn't find any setup to join the shorts. And at the moment, ongoing PM session. So we open up in here, we dropped lower, we swept the lows in here, reacting of the fair value gap. Pretty much same as Asia and London today. And now hopefully we are going to revisit the highs first, as we've got 58% of doing so rather than 11% of sweeping the lows first. So curious to see that.